They can save the day and save the bay.
They can build cities?
Clean our water.
Defend us from hurricanes?
Our underwater superheroes. Ta-da!
But come on, an oyster? Building cities, cleaning water, protecting us from hurricanes? They're so little.
Oysters are amazing. Sure, they're little, but they work together. When a lot of oysters stick their shells together, they make reefs, like underwater oyster cities, with fish swimming in and out, crabs and shrimp living there, birds eating lunch. It's so terrific.
How is that terrific?
Do you drink water?
Every day.
Who do you think cleans that water?
The city?
Well, yes, okay. And oysters. Just one little oyster can clean 50 gallons of water a day.
How on earth do they do that?
By opening their shells up to eat microscopic plankton, tiny algae in the water.
Plankton. Whales eat them too.
Delicious. So the oysters open up, filter out the tasty plankton, and spit out clean water.
Wait a minute. Clean water in Tampa Bay is what an oyster spits out?
Hey, clean water.
Okay, but protecting us from hurricanes?
Oysters are our superheroes.
What do they do? Put up sandbags?
Oysters get together like a superhero squad, and they build oyster reefs, lumpy clumps of oyster shells.
I've seen them at low tide. They don't look so super.
But they are. Those hills of shells, the oyster reefs, when a big wave hits them.
Oh, the wave! It bumps on big piles of oysters and breaks apart.
Oyster reefs, they slow the storm waves down and scatter them. So that means less flooding in a hurricane.
Cool beans. Those little oysters are big heroes. But where do oysters come from?
When they're born, they're tiny. They don't have a shell, but they've got one little foot and feathery little cilia that wiggle so they can swim around looking for a place to live. Oyster apartment hunting.
What kind of apartment does an oyster want?
They want to live with other oysters. When a tiny baby oyster swimming all alone finds some other oysters, they hang on. They use that tiny little foot to grab onto another oyster's shell and stick on like cement. And they build a shell around their little soft bodies to be safe.
How do they swim with a shell?
Oh, they don't. Once they stick, an oyster stays right there for their whole lives, here in Tampa Bay.
Our estuary.
What?
A shallow, sheltered place where the salty ocean and fresh water from the rivers meet. And birds and fish and shrimp and crabs.
And oysters.
Make their families.
And us. My family lives here too.
That's why we have to share.
We need to share with oysters, because so much of where our oysters live has been destroyed by buildings, by pollution, and by people eating them.
Really? I see oysters on a big buffet. They're kind of ugly. I don't know why people eat them.
Because they're delicious. In Tampa Bay, oysters are protected. You can't eat them.
Good, because I don't want to.
So oysters in restaurants come from somewhere else. Or farms.
So they plant them?
Not in the ground, in water. But the cool thing is, we can take those empty oyster shells from restaurants, clean them up, and string them together, and make vertical oyster gardens to hang in the water.
Like little vacant apartments for oysters.
Right. They give baby oysters a safe home to hang on to. If you live by the water, you can hang an oyster garden.
Wow. A cozy oyster home in our sheltered estuary.
Right. So it's an oysterary.
For our oyster superheroes.
Right.
So, what do oysters want?
A place to live.
What do they want?
Food to eat.
What do oysters want?
For us not to eat them. And hey, no hurricanes.
That's what everybody wants.
They want everyone to know they're underwater superheroes.
Here to save the bay.
Ta-da!
You know what those oysters need?
What's that?
Respect.
Respect.